Welcome to We Are Live. It's Chris Denman, live in Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri at the Midcoast Studio, midcoast.media for more information. You know it, you love it. I've also got Tommy the intern to my left. Good morning, Tommy. I've got Chris Gardner. He's the producer, voice of God extraordinaire, and check out that background he put together this morning if you're on the video stream. Good morning, Guardsy.
Good morning, gentlemen in St. Louis, and good morning, Travis in Brooklyn. And good morning, Walnut.
Yes.
I was going to say, emphysema waits another day, my friend. Good for you. Wow.
I told you I once held my breath underwater for 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Travis Terrell live in Brooklyn, New York. He's got them scooter lungs, bro.
Emphysema?
I said it waits another day.
Emphysema?
Mm-hmm. He's beating all of the scheduled smoking diseases one by one. He's just beating them down.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
modern medical mystery.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to spell that for you?
No. Of all the options you had for diseases, I didn't know
Well,
why you would
emphysema-
land on emphysema.
Well, he smokes about 900 cases of cigarettes a day. I said he's beating emphysema, and it has to do with lungs. And he just showed Olympic level lung capacity. So I had to take note to say, you know what, you got the blockage. I like it.
Can we not talk about what diseases I might have? I mean,
We can get into Sugarfoot right after this. Travis Terrell, you're in New York. Good morning. How are you? I love the white shirt. Did you attend a white ball of sorts this morning already?
What are you? It's a Disney shirt. It's
nice.
House of Mouse shirt. Shout out to Mickey. What? Shout out to the Mickey.
Hi, Mick.
Hey.
That's Mr. Mouse to you, sir.
That's true.
That's offensive to the Irish part of me.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's getting a little weird
So
already.
watch yourself.
Tommy, racist as hell.
That'll happen. This morning, pleased to be joined in studio by Benjamin Hockman in the second hour. You know him and love him from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. His Twitter, always a great follow as well if you're following Mizzou sports, Cardinals, pop culture, and your St. Louis Blues, which play tonight. So we'll talk to Ben about anything and everything. And we have a special segment that Benjamin's going to head up, and Gardner can tell us about that.
Yeah, we're going to do a little recasting call with Hockman. Normally we do this with Sam Lyons when we get a chance on some Fridays. But we're going to have Hockman recast one of his favorite shows, Seinfeld, with one of his favorite things in music, 90s hip-hop stars. So 90s hip-hop stars recast in the show Seinfeld.
I think that's going to go over well. Travis, you going to be thinking about that? Does that excite you? I know you're a huge Seinfeld guy. You've said on many occasions, Seinfeld greater than Martin in the all-time TV list.
Why you gotta lie, man? Why you gonna sit up here and just lie to our audience like that? Why do you enjoy fibbing? It's like you and Trump are running around in each other's bodies, and considering how large you both are, it's a lot of running. So I don't understand why must you tell untruths to our audience? Haven't they heard enough untruths from the people they admire in their life?
And believe it or not, coyotes.
Oh, see, it wasn't real coyotes, man.
Bad hombres.
They wasn't putting little Mexican babies inside their bellies and running across the border. That's not how coyotes work.
Oh.
I used to be one. I would know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did see Travis witness a coyote once on 170 in the greater Olivet area. And boy, was that a sight to see. Right there. He was just right there.
And Chris was so proud because he had his little Farmington eyes on, and he saw it from like 3 miles away.
I was like, yeah, I've been looking at that thing for the last half hour, man. Wake up.
And of course, it snuck up on my black ass. So I'm just like, oh, hey, man, that's a large ass cat.
Mm-hmm.
What? You couldn't smell it?
Sometimes cats smell bad.
Yeah, Chris like knew to trace it and knew how to follow its trail and knew the feed. I didn't realize it was that intense when it came to coyotes.
Yeah, I picked that up, and I expect more respect to be paid to me because of that. It was an impressive feat.
Well, white boy that day. You did well. I was impressed.
Speaking of white people, we've got a great fair or foul today. Inspirational Facebook quotes from people whose lives are falling apart. That is your topic. That's right. WAL at weareliveradio.com, $10 to Southtown Pub. We have some skinny arms flailing about in a braggy style in the studios, and that's one Thomas Mosslander III.
I really like
did you come up with this one?
No, I didn't, but I really like this one.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Because Travis, we've documented through the entire life of this show that you see somebody chop that hair off and they dye their hair orange, start dropping a few scriptures here and there. It's about to get a little bit manic in the Facebook world, is it not?
There has to be someone, of all the friends you have on Facebook, there has to be at least one individual that you can pick up the phone and call and let them know what's going on in your life. So I've never understood how people can proudly go to Facebook and post some of the misery that's currently going on in their life.
Yeah, I don't know if I want people knowing all that stuff. That's my thing.
I don't.
You don't,
yeah.
because, and then here's the thing, you know people are going to judge you. You know people are absolutely going to judge you. So why would you expose yourself? Why would you bleed out to people who are absolutely in a group chat right now, letting everyone know how absolutely crazy you are?
So what you're saying is don't be vulnerable.
Not on Facebook.
Yeah,
we learn nothing from
We only
social
promote
media.
things.
Yeah.
We only tell people fun things that are happening on
I
our
choose
social
to
media.
do stuff like that on this show.
Oh.
I like to
There
show
you
my
go.
vulnerability on this show. That way I can at least create content for us. That's all I'm really
Thank you,
looking for.
Gardner.
So, you're welcome.
I make puns
You're
on
welcome.
Facebook if I get sad. So if you ever see one of those,
Oh, no.
hit me up.
That's what happens?
What's your tell, Chris? Well, I guess everyone will have a social media tell. So what's your tell, Chris? When do we know that, oh shit, Chris is going through it?
Zero anymore. I'm not participating in emotion on Facebook. It's not happening. It's not. There's no upside. There's no nothing. I will carry my sadness deep inside my heart, and you will know nothing of the sort, except I might post something and like throw an extra exclamation point on it to throw an okie doke over here to make myself feel better. But yeah, there's nothing, and I regret to inform that because I wish there was something cool like, oh, you bust out the old Numa Numa dance. Chris ain't feeling so great, but I don't really have much of that because I remember thinking that a few weeks ago. I almost like posted something, then I was like, ooh, no, I can't even. Nope, too much.
I think mine is, you can tell I'm in a mood when I start like quote tweeting or tweeting at Josh Hawley and include Senator Flatbed in those tweets. That's when you can tell
I
that
do
I'm
know
kind
when.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Madden. Joe Madden's pretty much a strong
Madden.
tell for me on how your mood is. If Gardner is going after the Cubs manager, like in a more aggressive way than usual, then he's pissed off about something.
And that happened over the weekend, too. Like, because Madden was all upset that Sean Doolittle.
That's your boy.
Yeah, who was the face of the carte blanche movement on the player side. Joe Madden goes after him for his delivery, thinking, oh, he's doing something that my guy got in trouble for. And then, I just went keeper of the rules on him and had to let loose. And for the fact that Sean Doolittle stood up to him as well, that just, I almost teared up when I saw all this kind of stuff going on. I was just in heaven at that point. And I'm trying to remember what Doolittle said about him because
he basically asserted that he, there it is.
1 second.
What he said about him, you already had it ready, my friend.
I don't know. Sometimes he has to remind people how smart he is and how much he pays attention to the game and stuff like that. So thank you.
Hey, good segue.
Gardner's getting that tattooed on his forearm, the highlighted portion for those of you watching.
That's
home.
liberal
But
arts.
if a guy like Sean Doolittle, who again is as non-confrontational as anyone, a very diplomatic guy, even if he is outspoken, he's very diplomatic. But you've pissed someone off like Sean Doolittle, and if you can piss someone off like Sean Doolittle, you're a tool.
Yeah, he seems like a decent fella, and yeah, you could tell I was in a mood over the weekend once that happened. So
Yeah,
you're
buddy.
right. Yeah, so Madden probably and Josh Hawley. When I start going in there, that's when I've found myself in a mood, and I probably should step back, but I'm already in. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I gotta stay on brand, right, Travis? Stay on brand.
Stay on brand.
Yeah.
That's all we care
Denman,
about.
do you watch more Marin episodes? Do you binge watch Joe Rogan? You have a tell. I know you. Do you drink more caffeine-free coffee? Do you take your dogs on extra long walks?
Ooh, yeah, there you keyed on something there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I feel like I've posted one too many pictures of a dog walk, I'm like, "Oop, you're getting a little inspirational here. Take it easy."
Okay,
So
I see.
it's not
So
that
Chris posts
it's not
three or
that I'm
more
in the
dog
throes of it.
pictures.
It's not that I'm in the throes of it. I don't want it to look like I'm in the throes of it because I'm like, it is truly beautiful and captivating to be somewhere on a nice day. Dogs are enjoying themselves. You're seeing other people smiling. You're getting whatever dopamine, whatever the hell, the vitamin D, making you feel better. All of a sudden, you're like, well, am I swinging a little too positive for somebody who only kind of posts, I don't know, promotional things online? So it's more a precautionary measure than it is I'm truly trapped in a deep-seated depression. Maybe there's some of that, though.
You're going through it Saturday then.
Saturday. See, that's the thing. I almost posted
There was-
more.
Yeah,
I
there was
almost
a
posted
lot.
more.
He's
But
got
that's also, you also have to think,
he's
that's
got a
all I
cute
do.
dog.
That's all I do. I have 2 dogs, and it's you got to give them equal post time too. You don't want people to think the other one died.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs. But
Chris, what happened on Saturday? You want to talk about it? I mean, here's a forum for it. Let's talk about it. Get it
Maybe
out,
we-
man, emotionally. What's
Oh,
going
that was
on?
a great
Want
day.
a hug? Tommy.
Great day.
Tommy, give him a
Got
hug.
3 loads of
All right,
laundry
Tommy,
done.
give him a hug.
It was a big day.
Give him a hug.
Did over 4 miles. Did the
There you go. Thank you,
did the
Tommy.
walk it out. Did the
I'm not there,
oh,
Tommy.
No. Oh,
There you go.
He's much stronger than you'd think. Wow, what a grip.
Tommy, I'm not there, and I'm not going to be there for at least a couple more weeks. Can you do me a small favor, Tommy?
yeah, what's up?
It's because I'm not there, and I would normally do this if I was there. Can you give him a little on the cheeks?
That's not
This little,
true.
I miss
and
you.
That's filed under
That's
harassment
normally.
as well. And that's, again, I just want to drive that home. It's only happened like 6 or 7 times when we were drinking. And it's one of, those of you listening at home are really missing out here. There's
Yeah, good.
there's a lot
Good
of
for you,
booping
Tommy. There you
going
go.
on here.
I was
good
gonna.
job.
I was trying to actually. I was thinking about you in the shower this morning, Tommy.
All right.
Clip yourself off, please.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I was thinking of how to make a T-shirt with just a design like this. Just hand over fist. Tommy's trademark handshake. So I'm trying to figure out how to design something for Tommy where we can have a T-shirt where it denotes his trademark handshake.
I'll draw it.
Can you draw?
I'm really good at art.
Oh, that's right. You've shown me some of your art.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this happen,
All right.
and that way I can stop.
kind of.
thinking
Hold
about
on,
you in
man.
the
Y'all
shower.
y'all not going. Hold on, y'all not going to bury the lead. What do you mean you've shown him some of your art?
I paint and I draw.
He's gonna draw me on this couch in the studio.
You're going to paint him like one of your German girls?
No, I'm not, and it's French girls.
Damn, I didn't know you had skills like that.
He
Yeah,
walks
What a
around with a
skillful artist if
notebook.
you
What
can
do you
paint
think?
French girls.
What do you think he's putting in that notebook? He's just walking around drawing women around the Dot Zack building. Had to have a talk
I
with
thought he
him
was just
yesterday.
coming up with different ways to have dick jokes.
Well, that too.
too.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you got
Sometimes you
multitask.
need a visual though.
Tommy,
What's up?
Tommy, can you send me your your art, please?
Yeah, I'll send you some now. I'll send you some while we're
thank
on the
you.
air, and you can rate them.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see if he
Okay, I
responds
will.
to it.
Yeah, he will.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I now want you to draw me on this couch.
All right. It's not gonna be great. I'm gonna make here. Let me Let me get your picture.
No, I
Oh.
want
It's
to
so
pose.
nasty. Don't take it. Oh
I want to
God.
pose for you
All right.
on the couch,
Oh,
and you draw me.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, but it'll be okay.
Okay. I'll do that.
Good. Quick announcement. We've got a big giveaway, everybody. I'm excited about this. Our friend Amy, who works with Hollywood Casino, we're teaming up, Hollywood Casino, and we are live doing a little giveaway this morning. I want to go ahead and get this out there so you guys had enough time. If you share the stream this morning, you're entered to win. It's kind of a bonus, but there's also a status. You can tag a fan of The Who. This morning, we're giving away 2 tickets to see The Who at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. That's here in St. Louis, Missouri. Travis, you familiar with The Who? They're legendary.
I don't know what that is.
This is a big deal. We're also giving away VIP pre-show tickets, which includes food, drink, and a shuttle. Those are $50 values. Very exciting.
Are
And,
those guys that did the soundtrack for CSI?
Yeah.
if you want to,
Yeah, they are.
if you want to pigeonhole,
Oh, okay. Why didn't you just kick it off with that? Okay, those guys.
now
are
he's
pretty
on
decent.
board. Now he's on board. Travis,
Okay.
will we get a share from you on the update post?
Yeah, just make sure you guys let everyone know it's the guys who wrote the theme to CSI.
Okay, great.
You make it sound like they specifically wrote the song for the show. The way you phrased that.
They did.
How's that song go? How's that song go?
I hear in the field, and then I think it's David Caruso shows up and goes with Gary Sinise, and they jump out of a fiery helicopter, and then it's like, "Welcome to CSI."
Yeah, that's CSI
Isn't that in
New
the
York.
song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
great.
See, I know who the Who is, baby. I know.
Here,
We'll
hold on.
announce the winner this afternoon around 2:30 p.m. So we made a post, and if you share that post, make sure you like the We Are Live Facebook page. But if you also share the stream this morning, that can be bonus entry or entry as well. So we thank you for listening to the show. This is a cool giveaway we can do. Hollywood Casino St. Louis is the place to be for and after every concert at the amphitheater with a full range of entertainment and dining options for concert goers to enjoy, including a 3,500 square foot party patio at 99 Hops House. Throughout the season, 99 Hops House will host all-inclusive VIP parties for a number of concerts from 4 to 7 p.m. Just $50 a person, food, drinks, convenient shuttle ride to and from the amphitheater with free parking. Hollywood Casino. Again, Hollywood Casino, and We Are Live, giving away a pair of lawn tickets today, Thursdays. Highly anticipated The Who concert, plus wristbands of the all-inclusive VIP party worth $50 a piece, and including food, drinks, and shuttle service. So share the stream. Checking it out, everybody. Organic growth. That's all we care about. And CSI. Excuse me. Sorry,
And
Travis.
speaking of Travis, you know CSI Miami when Horatio Kane would have like a quick little quip at the beginning of each show.
Oh, I know, my friend. One time we went to Vegas and we annoyed the hell out of a Chris. A friend and I basically came up with snappy quips for about 3 straight days to the point where Chris wanted to punch us in the face.
Can you give me an example?
Gosh, it was so long ago.
I'll
but
tell
we
you
would
how.
go.
I'll tell you. Wow! Every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, and they would fake that they would take their glasses off. Wow! Every 2 seconds on a 4-hour desert drive from Southern California to Las Vegas. Wow! And then they would say to the king in the north every time they took a freaking sip of beer, and I didn't understand it because I didn't watch Game of Thrones at the time, and it was now looking back, that was all right. That part was all right.
Yeah, we would say something along the lines of Gardner to be like, maybe it's too hot to trot.
There you go. That's all I really wanted. That's it.
I'll risk the video getting pulled for that. That was great. That was great.
Tommy, you got one?
I'm trying to think of one.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay.
No, I don't have one.
Okay, yeah.
What'd you pay
Trying to
for
think of
What'd
one.
you pay for those improv classes?
Over a lot. It was-
Fire and bam, bam.
Tommy, use your glasses and say like, where there's smoke, there's fire or something.
Yeah,
where
that's good.
there's smoke,
Now you got to take your
Pause
glasses
there.
off.
Take glasses off. Look into the camera.
there's fire.
So we're giving away 2 tickets to The Who for this Thursday.
They did the soundtrack for CSI.
Yes, they certainly
Looks like
did.
this OJ wasn't worth the squeeze.
If you all are listening at home, I just want to describe something to you. The beloved character Mickey Mouse is on Travis's T-shirt, and Travis just did a little bass guitar. I don't know what you were doing
Looked like
there.
an aggressive dance.
It was something going. I've never seen that poor mouse gyrate like that. Oh no! Stop it! Stop it! Oh no! God! Why? What did Mickey do to you? Oh, he was kind of playing his ears and just gyrating, and it was horrible. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got the giveaways. We're giving away $10 to Southtown Pub for Fair or Foul. Lots going on, but first, Travis, we do this melee, and this one picked up a little steam. The great Brendan Schaefer, our buddy Matt Rocchio got involved. Lots of comments. There's more opinions on this than anything that's involved the government in the last decade plus. Game of Thrones has been heated. The post-show discussion, now there's hate on the haters and the haters. A lot of stuff going on. We put up a poll to gauge results. Gardner, I don't know if you have the results, but we like checking Melee results the next day now.
Yeah, that's our new trend. I do have the results. And the question, are you satisfied with the Game of Thrones finale? And then we asked for votes and also your thoughts as well. Here's the percentage breakdown. 20%, they knew nothing. 23%, still deciding. 26%, yes, Your Grace. And 31%, absolutely not. That's the breakdown of those options, percentage-wise.
Travis, I don't know if you got a chance to vote, but of those options, what would be your choice this day, 2 days later? You got a little time to process and take in other reactions, which, like it or not, that can definitely affect how you think about things. I saw an article about the actor that plays Bran, who thought the script was a joke when he got it. That kind of swayed me to be like, nope, I'm right in hating this. Travis, what would you pick from those options, if you remember?
I believe I chose I wasn't sure because I had voted yesterday, and I did need another full day to completely process it. And now that I've done so, the finale was simply poorly executed. I think, again, you cannot leave opportunities to fully tell the story and leave it on the table. And I think they made a terrible mistake at going with 6 episodes. I wish they had just taken the time to 2 more hours would have done that finale justice. At least a time to set up, time to execute. It again just felt unnecessarily rushed. I think that's where mainly my frustration is. This doesn't take away from the 8 seasons of great television, because it was 8 seasons of great television. It's just the finale was like someone decided to just throw in old bananas and some banana pudding. Like it was going to be, why didn't you just get fresh bananas, man? That's all you had to do. Just get some really nice fresh bananas.
Is it banana bread?
That's all
You're
I
supposed
asked
to use
for.
brown bananas? I think,
but he said banana pudding.
He did. Do we need banana pudding would be a little sloppy with some slimy brown bananas.
Exactly. So
Somehow
you just imagine your mouth is just ready to eat some very delicious banana pudding, but you got some old ass bananas in it, man. Why couldn't you just go to the store and spend the extra 65 cents for fresh bananas? Why would you cut corners right there at the end? So that's my frustration.
Because the person eating the banana pudding with you has to be somewhere else at noon.
Yeah, that's true.
I never thought
That's a good point.
That's exactly what's happened.
When you guys are discussing Game of Thrones, that a banana pudding and fresh banana analogy would be used to describe what happened in this final season. Man, why can't you just get fresh bananas?
Gardner, I got carried away a couple nights ago with my friends in some group chats, and that was the analogy. That was the PG analogy I settled on. Here are some other examples.
Oh, I'm
Oh
excited.
that I
no!
decided
Now you're
to
writing
bring
every
up.
all you. Oh no!
Yeah,
Hey, he's a
mean,
real
oh,
writer.
no.
You're a
He's a
screenwriter.
real writer.
The world's
all right?
not ready for your
All right, so-
thoughts to be contained in
When you
anything
do-
other than audio.
When you're a writer, sometimes you have to write multiple endings. and
Real-
Yes.
This is what he did.
Real
Yes.
quick too. Is it tough being a screenwriter, especially when on Black Twitter you communicate without words and more in emojis?
Hey, what were some of those other ones?
Yes. Yeah, it's oh boy. I'm glad. Yeah, Gardner. I don't.
Just
I
something
don't.
that popped in my head.
In fact, I was in the fellowship yesterday, and I just wanted to explain how I was feeling in emoji form, and no one in the class would have gotten it. I said it's like buying a Tesla and keeping the factory rims. It's nice, but if you're going to drop $100K, you might as well deck that hoe out. Then I said it's the same feeling I had when Mizzou missed out on the BCS Bowl. Cotton Bowl is very nice, but I wanted the trip to Miami and the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
And then I said, basically, it's like finally getting Rihanna to yourself for a night, but she hasn't shaved in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Like you're not going to pass it up, but at the same time, you know,
You
you
could
couldn't trim it up just a little bit for your boy.
Oh no!
So that's
Wow.
basically what it felt like watching Game of Thrones finale. It was okay, but you had been epic for 8 seasons. Why not be epic for the finale? I didn't understand the decision.
I'm reeling from your analogy still. I like picturing a world in which you've talked about one person for nearly 4 years in a problematic tone, if I may use your rhetoric.
Sure. Sure.
To think that you would have anything to say about growth or stubblage that would maybe even make you think twice. Like that's, I'm just trying to connect that in my head right now, and it's hurting me a little. Like I want to make an inspirational post on Facebook about it. Like I'm confused.
Like Tommy, so who's
Okay.
the hottest woman on earth for you?
My mom.
Who's the hottest
Tommy,
woman?
no.
Ugh.
No.
No, I thought,
No,
No.
that's not. You're not 7. Like that's not.
He
and he
said his
hot.
mom. His
He
mom
said
is what
hot.
he said.
He
Tommy.
didn't say beautiful.
I'm
He didn't
trying
say
not to be
beautiful. He
weird.
didn't say
Well, what do you
angelic.
mean you're trying not to be weird?
It's
You just
all
got weird.
It is. Oh no. Oh no.
what I
You
mean
just
by
turned it to Norman Bates, you freak.
Tommy. What the?
what I meant by not weird is I didn't want to like objectify anybody, and my mom was the first thing that came to my head.
Oh no. Oh, Tommy.
Now, which gas station attendant is on the top of your brain as the hottest woman in the world?
Tommy,
Huh?
which QT?
See,
know
no,
it.
Tommy's analogy. See, Tommy's analogy is the perfect example of the Game of Thrones finale. We were having a very solid show up until this point. It was flowing. It was hilarious. And then Tommy drops in with that turd of an analogy. That's what the finale felt like to a lot of Game of Thrones fans. Like, why would you do that, Tommy? Like, you are a comedian on the rise. You have great improv skills. The audience has said that you're one of the funniest, if not the funniest person on the show.
Well, the
And then when I
audience, one
ask you
guy
to
on
name
Twitter.
someone hot,
Oh.
when I
I got
asked you
called
to
the
name
goat on
someone
Facebook.
hot, you did.
Yeah,
And then
like
you
Game
turn
of
around
Thrones
and
is
say
in, like, a
that your
pile of shit.
mom is hot.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm-
that's
I'm-
gross.
I'm hurting.
Here's
right now.
you just called me a rising comedian. What if that was
Now,
for
now
jokes?
you know what? No.
What if I
no.
thought it
You
would get a
started
laugh?
this. You
It
started
didn't.
this. It doubt, but you know what? You've opened up now the Travis box, not Pandora's, the Travis box.
That's
Now I got to see a
troubling
picture of your mama.
box. Oh no.
Now I got to see the picture.
No.
Oh, you because y'all. Let me see it.
She's fine.
You know, if I make
Okay.
Gardner, can you go to
No.
Can you go to the
No.
Brooklyn camera?
No.
Go to the Brooklyn camera.
She
I don't
watches
even
the
know.
show
I don't know
now.
if there's
So
good.
Well, she hasn't watched long enough to
Tommy-
bring back
Wait,
Tommy,
old
Mom,
Travis.
do you want it just on you? Is that what you're saying here?
I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh, give me the
Yeah.
big one.
Oh,
Give me the big
no.
one. Let's explode this bad boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
here we
See
go.
what I can do here. Hold
no.
on.
Hang on. While you're doing
all
that,
right,
we have a
here we go.
comment from.
I'm still there though. I'm still there. Hold on a second.
Hang on. Let's work this out. I've got a comment from a listener. He goes by the Black Sheep. It's almost like HBO could have laid out a nice wardrobe for the week, but chose to wear a Parkway North hoodie every day instead. Facebook pulls this video.
I would be in luck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Travis, I'm going to give
Are
you
we
the
giving it a
camera.
whirl?
Yeah, hold
All
on.
right.
You're giving it a whirl. Let's give it a go. Hello, Tommy's mom. How you doing today, baby girl? Hope everything's going well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying that lovely coffee of yours. I just want to let you know you're the most beautiful woman that Tommy has told me about. Take care of yourself, girl. Wink.
Who just opened that door? You're not going to have me focused in audio. You're not going to have me focused in visually on you and not pick up that somebody opened the door in the background.
He's got misophonia all the
Oh,
way
man.
from Brooklyn. What the F?
That's impressive.
I need answers.
That's impressive.
It's like that.
Chris,
that
we
was
are
3
literally
blocks away.
958 miles away. We are, you're a good 16-hour drive away
Vice
from
just-
here, and you just,
Vice
Wow.
just did a big write-up on misophonia too. I felt represented.
Chris could have. Did they really?
Yeah.
Chris, I'll have to dive
Thanks for
into
following
that
the We Are
one.
Live page.
I didn't see that one. I'll have to.
I posted it on
Chris
We Are
could have
Live.
been like you'd be like the most you'd interrupt.
This is
if
why I
you were a
haven't-
reporter.
Yeah.
You'd be like Greitens is resigning. I'm resigning my office as governor of the great state of Missouri. Oh, who opened that door? Did you?
Hey,
Eric,
hey!
did you hear that?
Pick up that paper clip you dropped. Okay. Thank you.
He was like, I'm quitting here. No, I heard a door. Yeah, I think we should send you out more.
Yeah.
Just
Well-
to interrupt things.
You gonna answer the question, Travis, or should we just move on?
Oh, he frees up.
Oh, he freezes up at the perfect time.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh, there it is. If I may, since we have a little break in the action here, a quick reminder, share the stream this morning. You're entered to win 2 tickets to The Who, and that's a VIP pre-party as well, included in that, which is free drinks and the like. I do want to remind everybody, tickets to Mia Jackson this Thursday, still some available. It's going to be a hell of a time. It's at the Grand Center. It's in Grand Center at the Kransberg Art Center studio, right up the street, 501 North Grand. Mia Jackson, you know her from Last Comic Standing. She was in the movie Mother's Day. She tours with Amy Schumer. We have an intimate evening set up, just limited tickets available. There's a few left. Libby Higgins, Sarah Perry coming down from Chicago. She was a Parkway kid growing up here in St. Louis, and she's now regular at the Laugh Factory in Chicago. So a celebration of women in comedy. That's Mia Jackson headlining. Tickets online at Ticketmaster. Get those. They're moving quick, and it's going to be a hell of a time. We're excited about that. Again, Marvelous Mrs. Mia. If you have some vintage clothes like they would wear in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, wear them out. Maybe we'll hand out some prizes for that, too. I know some people are excited about some cocktails and some fashion as well, Travis. Travis, I was actually telling Mia she's coming here. She's in New York right now, too. And
I was going to ask that question. Is she based right now in LA or New York? But you say she's in New York, so you have no choice whatsoever to give her my number.
oh, I mean, you can go see her at the Comedy Cellar tonight. She goes, oh, have him stop by, and she'll wave at you.
Oh,
from
she's
afar.
at this. Okay, hey, I actually got an evening to myself tonight, so I may actually do that.
You
Tell
stay away
her
from
put your boy on the list.
Oh, I don't know if your name carries any weight out there like that. Do you feel like you're list worthy?
I don't know if you noticed, but kind of a screenwriter for a little network called HBO. maybe you've heard of it.
Remember whenever he
Thibault is what
remember when he
the kids in the
corrected
industry
me?
call it.
Corrected me real hard the other day. For
Yeah, that's
pumping up his
different. This
credits.
is for personally. This is for me getting hooked up now with free stuff.
Okay, wait. You've learned from
As
the
Gardner
school of
would
Gardner.
say, I have
Yeah.
an agenda.
Yeah, okay. I can't argue
So I
that.
would like to use it in this
I
case.
can't argue that.
When you started saying that, the first 3 words out of your mouth, I saw you were going, and all I could do was nod and be like, yeah, I agree. I agree with Travis on this one. There is no doubt. That's exactly what you do. Well done, Travis Terrell.
So Chris, if you don't mind, considering how I have allowed you into the Black community, so I've opened doors for you. If you wouldn't mind,
Oh my
reciprocating and allowing me to get that comedy stuff, that would make me look like a boss too, because that means I can just walk up to the front and people are gonna be like, "Damn, who that really cool, tall, sexy Black guy with that Midwestern accent? Who is he?" And so that'd be really nice if you can just do that for me, Chris, considering all that I've done for you.
Oh, interesting. So wait, so on the list of entrants, Mia will get you in. It'll be Travis and like 7 hot juniors from NYU that the dude comedians put on the list, right?
Yeah.
You'll be in the ladies area, like the side piece area. That's how I like imagining you. So wear something
You're a
cute.
wag.
By the
Yeah.
way, you said you were tall.
Thank you.
I'm not, and I'm taller than you. So I'm not taller
Okay,
than
Tommy, now you're
Absolutely
just
Oh,
no,
okay.
you're absolutely
That
not
was
taller than
insulting,
me. You're an
actually.
idiot.
I
That
you,
was
Am I an
insulting.
idiot?
Chris, see, I had Tommy give you a hug earlier. Can you do me a favor and slap the taste out of Tommy's mouth right now? I would do it if I was there, but I can't. Can you just reach
I can't
over
reach him.
and just slap him,
I
please?
can't reach him.
Gardner, do you mind slapping Tommy? Okay, there you go.
He got a little slap.
Oh, ow.
It's kind of sensual,
Okay,
actually.
thank you,
I
guys.
feel weird
Tommy,
about
how
it
tall?
now.
You're 5'9", aren't you?
No, I'm 5'10".
Okay.
Travis is all of 6'1".
Is he?
I'm
I
taller
thought-
than you.
I thought I was taller than Travis.
Absolutely.
Maybe
not.
I'm wrong. All right.
No, he's usually just laying
Don't
on a
be
couch
stupid.
when he's
I'm
here.
imagining things, I guess.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, but
Yes.
so am I.
That's the Tommy
And
couch.
soon
We have
I
the
will
Tommy
be
and Travis
too
couch.
when Tommy
oh, wow.
draws me on the couch.
Oh no, that's
all right.
troubling. We do have some comments we need to get to. People are excited about Benjamin Hockman coming in. Billy Fatpants says everybody stinks. Enrique, hello. Other things coming in. Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer saying good morning walnuts, happy birthday Riz, and these AM and the PM while free doteming. Very, very
Did he
kind
get
of
them
him.
all?
Yeah, very kind
Did
of
he
him.
get them all?
Yeah, one of these things is not like the other.
He just literally dropped like 17 morning show phrases on us.
Real
Yeah.
quick.
So what is ours? Is ours racist as hell?
I mean, of course you'd make it about you.
Probably walnuts.
Chris, what
it's-
creative thing have you come up with recently? I didn't hear that part, Chris. What did you come up
nothing.
that was
There's
creative?
just nothing, not one thing. And I was wondering if you had time to knock out some sales calls today, so I could come up with some good material that we've been lacking.
Well, that's what it is. That's what That's what
It's almost like I
sales
have to
calls
put
are in the
myself.
way.
It's almost like I have to put myself emotionally on the line to creatively pitch your stupid ass every day of my life.
And there's Chris's inspirational Facebook quote.
No. See,
There it is.
That's the
when you know
motivation.
that's when you know Chris. That's when you know Chris is in a mood. When he has to drop the sales talk, when he has to tell everybody he's got to get on a phone call for 48 minutes and send 27,000 emails, and he has to. When he tells you that, that means Chris is in a mood.
It's not even a mood. Now, see, you guys are right. That is the fuel, but the end game, like the result, is now going to be scripture with a picture of a kitten. Like you're getting it a little jumbled. Thank you for respecting the process, but that is the process, and then you want the end post. That's what'll happen.
Somebody
Colossians 7:3.
who
Is that a thing?
No,
I don't think it is.
close enough.
Colossians.
Yeah.
Did you just name an X-Man villain?
Pretty sure they quoted Colossians in Wedding Crashers. So I'm sorry, guys.
We had a comment in the Facebook area there.
Enrique? Hello?
I just hadn't got to play that in a while, and they mentioned it, so you're welcome.
That was a nice pull. Speaking of
On my way to the Sesame Street offices yesterday, I again walked past Trump International, and there were people on the lower patio, and they were people of color.
What?
And I wanted to
Call
tell
the police?
them, get your dumb ass off that patio making a fool of yourself. I don't even know why they were there. They're probably not even guests because it's like a public patio, so you can just post up there and smoke. But I was really like, hey, you look stupid. Get down from there.
Do you feel like you've become more liberal since you've been in New York?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
There's
it
no
seems that
doubt
way.
about it because I'm surrounded by it. Like people are openly
aggressive. No, he's
they're
aggressive.
comfortable with it up here. Well, they're not both sides up here. Thank God. Like they actually have convictions. Like they're up here and they've been around Trump for, they've been around Trump for multiple decades, so they know his behavior. They've read about him in the paper and seen him around town for decades. So they can speak to his behavior better than probably anywhere else in the world. So they know he's a con man. And so they're more comfortable expressing how much of a con man he really is up here. And it just warms my soul. Like every time I hear somebody like trash Trump in the media up here, like I feel like my beard grows an extra 2.5 inches. It just makes me so proud to be around these people who actually who know a con man when they see one, and for them to express that every day. There's no one here that does not feel free in expressing their disdain for Donald Trump, and I this is one of my favorite parts of being in New York.
I remember in 6th grade, it was board game day. It was my turn to bring a board game.
In your special classes,
I don't know what class it was. I
they had to
can't
do things to
remember.
distract you, to keep you from
maybe.
eating the wallpaper.
That's a fair assessment. But I actually owned Donald Trump's board game as a
Really?
youth. Yes. And how fitting is this?
Travis just excommunicated you.
How fitting is this? Is that I used to cheat to try and win at that game.
That's hilarious.
Go.
That's really funny.
You Roy Cohn, the Donald Trump board game.
So I was cheating just like he would. I was cheating
That's
at the board
outstanding.
game to try and win. I was like, I'm not going to lose this game.
That
I
is the
brought it in. I'm
greatest
gonna
irony
cheat.
of all time. In fact, Gardner, I'm going to steal that and find a way for that to get inside of one of my screenplays.
Please?
That is
Oh,
brilliant.
God, that's
I love that.
wonderful.
One of how many you juggling
Yeah, that's
there,
really
Thank
Sorkin?
you. Oh, I just,
I brother got a few in the works right now. I got a few in the works.
it just.
Yesterday was the first time I had to not only read my premise in front of people, but I actually had to get reviewed and critiqued.
Oof.
And it was the first time I've ever had to do that in a writer's room setting. And it wasn't bad. I really feared the worst, but to have professionals in the room actually take the idea that you came up with and then break it down and tell you some of the things they understood and the things that they did not. That I'm imagining that's what it feels like, I guess, for a lot of these college football players that get ready for the combine, where they have to get, prodded and probed and measured, and it's an uncomfortable feeling. At the same time, this is what you signed up for, and that's kind of what it felt like yesterday in that room. So it was truly a surreal experience. It was very I don't know if anybody's ever been through something similar like that. Anyone editing your work is always weird to me because it's just a vulnerable experience for a writer. But yesterday was probably one of those moments where I was just like freaking out in my soul and hoping not to completely collapse in front of all these professionals. But I did okay, boys and girls. Travis survived, and the professionals only had a few notes. I didn't have a ton of notes. So I'm on my way
Were those
to an
notes,
Emmy.
I have a question after Tommy.
were those notes constructive mostly for the most part?
No, they actually, here's the unique thing, Tommy. They actually teach you how to give notes too, a part of the fellowship. And so it wasn't people saying, this sucks or you should do this. It was all constructive. It was, have you thought about this? How about you try this with the character? Or in the case of a couple of my instructors, you don't need this. This is fat. You can trim that because it kind of distracts from the story. So they were all very constructive notes, and I was happy to take them. I was happy to receive any notes because, as I said, this fellowship is full of people who are not only experienced screenwriters, but very talented screenwriters. So I was happy to get all the feedback I could take.
What was it like having a discussion where you didn't scream back immediately whenever they brought up points?
Because it was constructive and because I am a professional.
Because I'm literally physically and professionally scared of the folks in the room, I took some advice. Is that what you meant to say?
No, I think in this instance, it was constructive. So it wasn't, again, people saying,
He's ready to laugh. He's gonna.
I don't get it, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's that mean? Like, it was people who came with real questions about the character and the plot development and structure. So people who actually knew what the hell they were talking about. So when you're in the room with people who actually know what the hell they're talking about, you would be wise to listen. And so, as I've said before, I have fellows who've gone to Harvard School of Education, fellows who've already got things produced and shown at Tribeca. There are animators who've worked with Nickelodeon. So when you're in a room of those type of people, you're going to want to accept some of the things that they give you as notes because I think their credentials speak for themselves.
Travis Sherrill joining us live from New York, right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Gateway Powder Coating makes his connection possible. They sponsor us. That means you support them. Number one resource for powder coating in the Midwest. Gardner, look up. No. Keep yourself there. Look up at the arch. Hey, Gardner, you can see the arch. In the Gateway Powder Coating logo. Fast, durable, affordable. GatewayPowderCoat.com for more information on capabilities. Again, Mark and the team, big fans of Travis, of ours. They even like Tommy. Be sure to support them because they support us, everybody. It's very, very, very important that you support all the folks that support us. Real quick, Black Sheep says, don't be late is constructive, and you sure showed pushback on that criticism. Black Sheep's on fire today. I think his
But
comment.
again, is it coming from people who have the credentials to say so?
Oh, God.
So maybe if those people didn't lack certain credentials, I would absolutely be more receptive to showing up on time.
We can all tell you to be on time. We have the credentials to be on time.
There he is. He finally broke, ladies and gentlemen. To your answer, to your questions that I get on a weekly, daily, monthly basis, he broke. It's a character, people. You can finally go back.
It was a cool moment, though, yesterday, and I think you guys would appreciate this. And one of the instructors yesterday was the amazing Brown Johnson. So you may not be familiar with who Brown Johnson is, but you're certainly familiar with her work. She's responsible for everything that you saw on Nickelodeon in the early 90s. So from Rocko's Modern Life to Doug, Dora the Explorer, like Little Bill, Little Brother, like all those shows that you grew up with in the early 90s, she was the producer for, and she was the instructor yesterday at the Sesame Street offices, and she's an amazing woman. And to again be in the room and getting instruction and hearing some of the things that she's had to go through as one of the gatekeepers. She is considered, like some would say, the godmother of children's television. She has been so responsible for your entire childhood. It was funny. She walked in and we have to prepare a pitch, a personal pitch. So we have to tell a quick story about ourselves. And then of course the stories that we're going to pitch. And she had the coolest one. And she walked in, this amazing woman, and she said, "Hi, I am your childhood." And she was right. That's a cool moment for someone to walk into the room and tell you that everything that you grew up watching, she was had a hand in or was responsible for. So that was really neat.
Will I get the same kind of response she got and commanded from your group as if, like, let's say I just walk into my local watering hole this afternoon and just stare at everyone and look at them and go, "Hi, I am your childhood."
I don't.
No, won't work.
I would imagine cops would be called.
Okay.
I would probably have you immediately escorted from the premises.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Okay. I just wanted to see. I wanted to ask Travis and Tommy something here. And Travis, you were actually talking about the Trump International Hotel or whatever earlier. How far is Fox News headquarters from there? Do you know? Have you seen
It's
Don't act like
I know where it is located. I know. I do know where it is. It's about 6 to 10 blocks from Trump International.
So not too far. Well, we've been talking lately.
No, not crazy far.
We talk a lot. We need to really get better at executing this, but we want to do more man on the street stuff. And I know it's more difficult with you in New York right now, but we've talked about doing some stuff with Tommy. And maybe we could learn from cable news networks when they do man on the street stuff. And so I thought, maybe we could take a look at some video here of from Fox and Friends, Steve Ducey attempting to do a man on the street segment where...
Boy, that last name had to be rough and middle.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
The Ducey of a last name.
Yeah.
Nice, Tommy. I hope he doesn't juicy.
Just gonna get pulled.
So, what was I saying? Ducey of a last name, he's on the street, man on the street. He was trying to go out and talk to people about New York potentially fining people for using their cell phones while walking now. And let's see if he executed this properly. Let's grade this and see if we can critique. Travis, you got critiqued yesterday. Why don't we do the critiquing here this go round and see what you would have done as a person who was attempting to be interviewed, and also what you would have done as the interviewer here. So let's take a look here.
Gotcha.
We've been watching all sorts of people walking by with their texting devices. Excuse me, ma'am.
Texting
Hello?
device.
Hello? Excuse me? Hi. Can I ask you a question? It'll just take a second.
Okay.
I see you're walking through the crosswalk with your phone.
Yeah.
How often do you look at your phone with a text and things like that?
I try not to often.
You may be, going forward, you could get fined $250. Is that a bad idea? Or a good idea?
I really don't want to.
Okay. I don't think she's in a hurry to go to work. Okay, this guy right over here. Hi, how are you? Looking at this guy right here. See, he's using his phone through. Hi, excuse me, can I ask a question? Can you tell that New York City is a very busy place? It is indeed. All right, meanwhile, we got all these people, they're going to work. Keep in mind, if you're working in New York City at 9 o'clock, you got 20 minutes to go, and so everybody's in a big hurry. Now, right over here, AJ, here's a guy. I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to see if I can get his attention. Excuse me.
That's
Excuse me, sir.
always wise.
Hi. Excuse me.
Got AirPods.
Can I ask you a question? Come on, let's go across the street. Now, all the people who
By the way,
are
Steve Ducey was
texting
just about to
or looking at their
jaywalk.
phones could be subject to a $250 fine going
In fact, they
forward.
are.
But it looks
Steve
as
Ducey was
if,
jaywalking.
so far, from the people on the streets of New York City, let's just talk to this guy.
Not one
Hi,
friendly face.
excuse me, can I ask you a question? Everybody's busy.
Sure can't, dork.
First of all, if you are going to try to pull that off, he should not have a mic flag that reads Fox and Friends. Like he may have gotten away with it if it said Fox News, maybe. But you're definitely not going to get too many New Yorkers to stop and talk to you if your mic flag reads Fox and Friends.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously you want the notoriety of your network and getting it out there, but I think you're overvaluing what you think people are going to think is interesting to talk to you about. And boy, that just man, short of physically stopping and getting in front of somebody, he had nothing.
I like what he said. I'm going to surprise this guy. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a
let's do
great
that.
idea. Tab him and surprise him real quick.
Yeah, surprise him. Let's test that head movement on
Yeah.
live TV. You got a good counter? How's this gonna work?
I noticed he didn't go up to any people of color, Travis, when trying to.
Coward.
Can you?
Yeah, that
Get
actually
your
had been the
Melba
smartest
toast having
thing.
ass.
Yeah, that was probably Steve Ducey's smartest move there, not to go up to people of color
So
during the Man on the Street. It was just so odd because I get what he's trying to do. I get why it's a story for Fox. They basically want to talk about, the nanny state here in New York and, finding people. But the idea behind it is that there have been numerous accidents and several fatalities recently of people just not paying attention when they're crossing streets because people are looking at their phones and they're getting hit. So they're obviously trying to discourage people to, be on their phones when they are at least at the crosswalks. They understand that people make phone calls and people need it sometimes for maps or how to get to trains, but they're trying to crack down on people doing it at crosswalks. So it's kind of silly for Fox to try to go after New York's nanny state when what they're trying to do is prevent people from killing themselves when they're crossing the street, which happens, unfortunately, a lot here in New York.
And he didn't have a Cubs jersey on, right, Tommy? That was where he really messed up.
Yeah, that was a problem. Can you go back to the beginning of the video really quick?
what are you trying to do to me, Tommy?
Tommy, you're.
I'm asking.
like,
If you can, it's
you're
all
gonna-
right.
Hold
listen,
on,
I
here
can-
we go.
you
Here
know,
If
we
you
go.
can't, it's all
You're
right.
You want to see a breakdown? Like, there's expensive equipment in here. Thanks to
Yeah.
Tech Electronics. Like, this could
So,
get bad.
All right,
I'm ready.
We've been watching
All right,
all
stop it
sorts of
here.
people walking by with their texting devices.
So I didn't know how to pronounce his name before I saw this video.
Oh no.
So to me, it just said "deuce on the loose."
Nice. Yeah. Leave it to the intern to speak for everybody. I mean, we were all thinking it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with
It's like
Tommy on this one.
This is just pointing out farts again by
Yeah.
Tommy Mosslander.
Well, and
They
that,
really should have just they should have named it something else. Also,
I agree with you.
when you do man on the street stuff, you can't do it live because nobody cares about you. And so it's going to take
Yes.
hours for you to find somebody nice enough to actually want to talk to you. Especially when you look like Steve Ducey.
Exactly.
fair
You're
assessment.
exactly right.
How would you?
And then, like, to the point, he pointed it out throughout his story, which I didn't understand at that point. Why would he continue? And you saw on the Chiron, it read 8:37. You're in the
Yeah.
heart of rush hour in New York City.
That's
No
a
one's
terrible
gonna imagine you running late for work and your boss looks up at the TV screen. The reason why you're late is because you're doing a man on the street with
Exactly.
Fox. So why would you think that would be a good idea? Like, you really people need their jobs here in New York. Cost
I
of living
wish-
is insane, so they're not going to ruin their job because they stopped to talk to Steve Ducey on TV about freaking jaywalking and talking on your phone.
It's Ducey, Travis. I thought you were going to
Nah,
do like
whatever.
one of your
Steve
liberal
Dookie.
things and say douchey or something like that.
I also love how he was just like, AJ, get up to that guy.
Yeah.
Get up to that guy, AJ.
Hey, let's cross the street because this is going so well. I wish you could have been the one that they went up to at least. Like, if you ended up being like Steve is like, all right, I'm going to try this one time, and you're his token to try this on or something like that. And how would you have reacted? Because what I would want from you, your reaction is simple: is he ask you the question, and you just stare at him, and don't say a word, eyes big, and just stare at him, and just see what he would do. So now I kind of want you to be on a Fox News man on the street now, just to see your eyes bulge and just stare at the person doing it. So if that ever happens,
Okay, now I may hover around Fox
Okay.
News headquarters just for that opportunity.
we want you on Fox News for that purpose.
Don't they need a waiver too to show those people on TV if they're going to talk to them?
They
Is that a
could, they
thing?
could have them
I
in the
don't- I-
general area.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah,
didn't know the
yeah,
rules
they
on
can do
that.
that. But again,
Nice.
But again,
It's
what?
just
huh?
how I like whenever Travis makes a point. Just frozen up. Perfect. It's a good time to remind you guys that Buzz's Hawaiian Grill supports the show, so you support them. Check out Facebook and see their locations throughout the city. That's Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Get them for lunch. It'll warm me up a little bit. It's been rainy.
hey, there's Gardner. He's inside the ad.
Perfect.
I'm inside all of them now.
That's right. That's Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. You
Wait,
can
should I pose?
find them throughout.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's good. What are you eating? You eating some poke over there? A little
Poke.
musubi? That's right. Authentic Hawaiian food right here in St. Louis, Missouri. We've got Benjamin Hockman joining us next hour. Travis, real quick, would you please finish, I guess, your thought on how you would handle a Fox News inclusion into the man on the street?
You cut out on us for a
Yeah, you
moment.
cut out.
Get your bitch ass away from me.
Okay.
Okay, that'll
That's
do
what I
it.
would have done. Yeah.
Again, reminder, show this Thursday with Mia Jackson headlining. Get tickets online at Metrotix. Guys, we'll take a quick break. Get Gardner some menthol. Let's make it happen. Thanks for tuning in on the live stream. Be sure to share. You're entered to win 2 tickets to see The Who this Thursday, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Quick break. We'll be right back from Midcoast Studio.